Welcome to the Fit2 Podcast.
You just found the #1 health and fitness podcast for performers. Thank you for joining us as we bring you meaningful, helpful, and accurate information and
remind you that fitness doesn't have to be boring.
Right now you're listening to one of our talk episodes during which Bobby and I pretty much do this. Yes. Ooh. And if you like what we do, then please leave us a review.
Please. And on that note, cue the music.
Talk.
Yeah.
This is like a gym-based joke for children.
I'm very confused by that already, but okay.
I don't think I like it.
Oh, wow. Wow. Don't like it.
What is a banana's favourite gymnastic move?
Don't know.
Okay, we'll go.
Oh my God, I know what it is already.
Oh, that's why it's so obvious. If you haven't got it, then you'll be desperately waiting till the end and you'll be very disappointed.
I actually don't think it's the worst joke you've done.
How dare you?
How dare you?
This is a 0 out of 10.
I don't think it is.
All right. Well, we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out.
People can let us know.
Yeah, people can judge you.
You were telling me, because we've spoken on the podcast before about the Welsh rugby player.
We have.
Lewis Rhys-Zammit, who left Welsh rugby at the pinnacle of his career.
Yep.
Perhaps before the pinnacle of his career, really, because he was young. But he was really the most promising rising star in Welsh rugby. And he left and went to the NFL. And he decided to do what was called the player pathway there, didn't he?
Yep, the international player pathway.
Which is a way of getting into the NFL that's different to their normal sort of college way. And then what's happened since?
Well, since, and this is very recent as the time of recording, but in the past for you listeners, he has signed with the Kansas City Chiefs, which is a huge deal because they are the current Super Bowl champions and they've got by far the best quarterback in the league. They've got like a generational quarterback, probably potentially, other than say like Tom Brady, the greatest of all time already, and he's still super young. Like, Zammit has landed in the perfect place.
It's such a gamble doing that, right? And I think it's something that most performers can maybe identify with. Anytime you've had to pivot and change path and maybe do something else or find a different way to get to where you want to be, like this guy has known where he wants to be and he's had to pivot and go the not the normal route to get there, and it's across the world from where he was, and it's paid off so far.
It's paid off in many, many ways. I mean, his contract alone, he's scheduled to earn $900,000 this year.
Yeah, I don't know what his pay was in rugby, but I imagine it was nothing like that.
Apparently he's now got an annual increase of $616,000 compared to his rugby deal. So he was on a decent rugby deal, but
it's not.
Comparatively, it's nothing compared.
There was no higher for him to go in rugby.
No,
that was it.
And there's significantly higher for him to go in NFL.
He was a starting player in the Welsh team, which is, one of, as far as rugby teams go, one of the best funded in the world. Obviously England's got way more money in it, but he can't do that. And then also, he was playing for a great team with a good salary. There wasn't that much further to go.
No.
I think there's only one player who's paid £1 million in rugby. But I might be wrong, so I'm not fair. As we promised, meaningful, helpful and accurate information.
But so he's off to the Chiefs, which is huge. And I honestly believe he could do something this year because the Chiefs don't have a good receiving core. And he is essentially a running back wide receiver hybrid. There is a room for him to see some action in this team.
We have to say that if people don't know anything about NFL, and I'm light on my NFL knowledge, what you said sounds like an entirely different language.
Yeah, it sounds like gibberish.
You're just piecing words together. I understand each of the words individually, but
basically, I could go into so much detail on this, but I won't, because I will save you, dear listeners, from listening to me talk about NFL, which I love to talk about. But basically, he in the kind of offense or the attacking side of the team, he could potentially be either the player who carries the ball and runs down the field, or the player who receives the ball in the air and runs down the field. He is basically going to be the one, hopefully, scoring points for his team.
Doing the interesting stuff.
And there's a strong chance that he will make quite a big impression on this team with potentially the best quarterback. Well, the best quarterback in the league. So this couldn't have worked out any better for him.
But he does have to live in Kansas.
He does, but the stadium's cool.
Guess he'll be spending most of his time there.
Yeah.
I wanted to chat about a study that I found because I think it relates to what you're going to speak about later on.
Interesting.
So,
tell me.
Study.
Yeah.
Came out January this year. I missed this one.
What?
Found it.
How dare you?
Found it a little bit earlier on. Physical exercise, so performing some physical exercise, boosts motor learning and remembering what one has learned. Now, this didn't matter if you were a violinist, a surgeon, or a gamer. The benefit of physical exercise, both before and after practicing your skill, was clear, right? And the same holds true for anyone seeking to improve their fine motor skills too. It didn't matter. This means that the thing we've been banging on about for people doing performing the entire time is now proven. It doesn't matter if you're learning lines. It doesn't matter if you're learning music. It doesn't matter if you're learning dance. Going to the gym before or afterwards is going to help you learn. Not even just help you physically and all the other benefits we bang on about. It's actually going to help you learn and remember your skill. I'm so happy.
If you're just listening to the podcast and not watching, I don't think I've ever seen Steffan happier than right now. This is truly, I think he's about to burst.
It's so joyous to me to have this actually proven, because we're always going on about what we provide for people or what we're trying to get people to do and how we want the industry to change and what we want it to be, all the benefits of what that provide. And this one is so fantastically clear. What else can you possibly do that is going to make you remember and be better at your skill, right? That we don't cover. Fueling, rest, recovery, mindset, and this. Like, that's what we do. Like, they're the only factors that can support and make you better in any kind of really substantial way that's going to move that needle outside of practicing your skill.
Yeah.
This is it. This. So yes, I feel very, very happy.
This is very exciting and it's very cool. I love that study.
Reputable place as well, so it's not
Perfect.
like pretty good sample size of people. University of Copenhagen, Faculty of Science, like some nice stuff.
Ticks the boxes.
Yeah, ticks all the boxes. As far as those behavioural studies go, 67 people in the study, which is actually quite
which is decent
for a first study of that. And it's worth saying that they were between 18 and 35, so we are looking at a younger portion, but that is absolutely relevant to most of the performers who don't do any of this stuff. And a cool way of doing the study. I won't go into it, but epic stuff. Anyway, that's super relevant to what we're after. Do you want to hit us with a fascinating fact and then go into the coaching element?
This fact.
Oh, I love it. Tell me.
This fact.
I don't know these in advance, people, if you just want to know. It's like Bobby doesn't know the joke. I do not know the fact.
Chainsaws were first invented for childbirth. Correct. So
many questions.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. It was developed in Scotland in the late 18th century.
17-something.
To help aid and speed up the process of, pardon, I'm going to butcher this pronunciation, symphysiotomy, something like that, which is a word for widening the pubic cartilage. So
the pubic cartilage.
So it was designed to help aid and speed up widening the pubic cartilage and the removal of disease-laden bone during childbirth. It wasn't until the start of the 20th century that we started using chainsaws for wood chopping.
So it was a medical tool, a bit like carrying out surgery. So rather than like a casual birth, it was like, oh, we need to cut away some bone to get this baby out, which is messed up anyway. I'm assuming it didn't look like your regular garden chainsaw. So with this, I imagine this would have been like a rather small implement that I guess you could. It wouldn't have been motorized because we didn't have motors at the time, but you would pull a chain along the edge rather than it be like a saw that you move back and forth. You could maybe like crank something.
Oh, I found an image of it.
Okay.
Hold on.
Give me an audio description. I'll see if I understand based off you describing.
He's cut away flesh. Okay. Oh, God. Yeah, so it looks like... it looks kind of like a knife.
Okay.
It looks kind of like a knife with chain link around the outside.
So like a mini chainsaw.
And then like a little like
a crank.
Like a little crank. So it's like a tiny little chainsaw.
Okay.
It looks like it basically just looks like a tiny little chainsaw with like a crank which you turn.
And what we do is jamming that in and just
It's mad. This is mad. I mean
that is awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
As if it wasn't like really used for wood chopping until the 20th century. That's mad. Oh, dear me.
Well, on that note, let's move on to something a little more positive. But what's our coaching element today?
So coaching corner today is talking about changing your mindset when you go into a gym.
Right. Hit me.
So it's all about mindset when you're approaching your gym, you're approaching your sessions. So when we do that, this is just some tips to make an immediate impact on kind of what you're doing. We want to visualize success. So before you enter the gym, you want to visualize what you want to achieve at the end of the session. Allow your mind to take control of that. Then we can start to visualize the steps that we need to take to get to that final vision of our success. Having a clear idea of where we're going and what steps we need to take to get there makes the journey much easier. So go in, visualize exactly what you want that session to be, and that's going to improve your session.
No doubt.
Be positive. This sounds like
a blood type.
This sounds obvious, but you want to approach every workout with enthusiasm and the mindset that the workout is going to be better than the last one. Because there's no reason really for it to not be better than the last one. It's easy to go, I'm going to go to the gym. This is going to be a terrible session. Even if you just switch that around and go, no, this is going to be a great session. It's going to be a better session. Because if you go in with that negative mindset of going, this is going to be awful, it will be awful. If you go in going positive, going, this could be great, then it could be great.
It's literally confirmation bias. Absolutely.
So on to the next point. Focus. Again, this is something we overlook in the gym. You want to really focus on the reps that you do. So during the exercise, focus on the reps. In that gap in between, in the recovery, focus on the recovery. That way, the kind of deep focus, particularly when you're doing the exercise, that deep focus for the reps is going to strengthen that mind-muscle connection that we talk about. And that is only going to benefit your workout. It's going to benefit the exercise. So really focus in on how it feels to do that exercise. Then your first rep doesn't define your workout. So this happens quite a lot. Maybe you go in, first set is garbage. First set you go, that was bad. That doesn't need to ruin the rest of your workout. If it doesn't go well, it doesn't go well. That's fine. It's not always going to be brilliant. It's not always
an audition.
It's not an audition. It's not always going to be the best. You're not going to be hitting a PB every single time. So don't let one bad rep or one bad set ruin your workout. Just regroup, go again, stay positive, keep that end goal in mind. And then on to the next one. Don't get complacent. If the weights feel light, if you've hit a big milestone, then celebrate it. Go, yes, go on, smash that. I hit that milestone. Give yourself some recognition, give yourself a pat on the back, little cheer, little freeze frame. Hurrah! Hurrah. And then move on. Keep pushing forward. So say you just benched that 40 kilo, say you've benched 40 kilos for the first time. Fantastic. Now, what are the steps we need to take to get to 45? Think about the next step. Celebrate that win. We love celebrating wins. Now think about how we can move it forwards from there. And then lastly, just back yourself. Like, just back yourself. Like, this is easier said than done. We know it's tough, but you are the boss. You're your own boss. You are in control. At the end of the day, the only thing stopping you from progressing is you. So back yourself. You got this. Like, listen to your body. Set realistic goals. Keep that focus. You're going to see results, and it could be life-changing. That's it. And that's me. And the best bit about those tips, you can apply them to everything.
Yeah.
You can apply it to auditions. Doesn't have to just be the gym. Apply all those things to an audition.
Yeah.
You're onto a winner.
I love this. It's similar to what we were chatting about in the previous episode, actually, a previous talk episode anyway, that we're going, this isn't something you have to roll the dice on. Like, these are real strategies that you can practice and build into your life, and they can become habits.
Yeah.
Make those steps a habit for every time so that you can check your thoughts. You can literally control the thoughts that come into your mind in order to produce the best outcome. It's as much of a skill as singing in tune.
Yeah.
Because what you're thinking about while you're singing in tune is going to make a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved all of that, man. I think that reminder of the positivity when you enter is important. And I think it's such a common habit that people have got into, of going like, oh, it's going to be shit. Oh, I don't want to do this. Or like, oh, I can't be bothered. Whatever it is. And it's so boring.
Yeah.
Like, have the confidence to want something.
Yeah. And we get it. Like, you're going to have days when you don't want to go to the gym.
Oh, of course.
We all do. But if you go to the gym, you're in control of that mindset.
Yeah.
You don't have to go into that gym going, this is going to be awful. You're already there. Why not go in going, this is going to be great?
Yeah. We often don't want to go to the gym.
Yeah.
But when I'm going. I'm going to make that gym session fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
It's the same with auditions. I love it. If I, it's very rare now that I audition, but if I get an audition through, I'm like, oh, for God's sake. I'm like, God.
But yeah, it's true.
I don't want to put the effort in to do this. Even if the only reason I'm going through audition is if it's one of the rare things that comes through that I'm like, oh, okay, and it's not going to mess up anything else. I'm like, fine. But I'm still like, oh, God, I don't want to put the effort in. But if I'm going, I'm going to show up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm not going to give myself any excuses as to why I didn't get that job. Like, I'm going to do all of those things. I'm going to back myself. I'm going to put the work in. I'm going to make sure that I do everything possible. So then there's no afterwards. If I didn't get it, it wasn't on me.
Yeah.
I couldn't do shit. And it's the same with a gym session. You're like, if you come out of it and you went in going, oh, this is going to be awful, and you weren't paying attention, you're on your phone, well, that's probably why it was shit, wasn't it? Probably why you didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like, whereas if you actually just paid attention and did the thing and had some kind of connection with yourself and your body in that moment, you might leave going, oh man, I feel way better.
Yeah.
Like, anyway, shall we to joke? Because that was glorious, man.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that.
Let's get amongst it.
So, what is a banana's favorite gymnastic move? I think you can give us the answer to this.
Forward roll.
Oh, he's gone full Popeye on us. Blue toe.
Yeah, that's me.
Wait, does that make me Popeye?
Yeah, in this scenario, correct.
Is Popeye bald?
I don't.
I
don't remember.
He wears that little white hat.
Hold on, I've got a T-shirt that's got Popeye on it.
He's
wearing a hat, so yeah, I think he might be. Yeah, he looks pretty bald.
Oh man,
is Popeye bald? Let's find out.
Yeah, he's bald.
Yeah. Oh no, he's got like 3 hairs.
3 hairs. Oh, that's about right.
Oh no, I got a picture of him pulling his hairs out.
Oh
no, he has got some hair, like 3 hairs.
Okay, I feel like we might have lost people here.
It's a bit like Stewie in Family Guy's got like 3 hairs.
Oh, okay, so just like a hint of hair.
A hint of hair, like a memory.
He has so much testosterone.
It's all in his forearms.
And so he has like...
Why has he got such jacked forearms? It's like Andy Murray.
He crushes all those cans.
But that's like he's got no biceps.
No, until he has his spinach.
Oh yeah,
he's the opposite of iron deficient. He is like, woo.
Now I'm looking at blue toe. Oh God, look at me.
You do have a Bluto-esque.
Or Captain Haddock from, is it Captain Haddock?
In some years.
Captain Haddock.
What, for the birds?
From Tintin.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I look like Captain Haddock from Tintin, more than Bluto.
I'd love the Tintin. Look, listen,
anyway.
If you like our information, then head over to our website, fit-2 and click on our resources. We have a special promotion right now for you, and because you're a listener, you can download our How to Lose Fat in 3 Steps guide absolutely free. Just use the code FIT2TALK, all caps, one word, and with the number 2. It's usually paid, but for you, it's free with that code.
Yes, it is. And you can find us on social media at Fit2 Perform West End. Leave us a cheeky old review on here, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcast. And as always, if you've got any questions you want answered by us, you know what to do. Slide into those DMs. I'll be being positive in the tub.
Thank you for joining us. And if you like what you heard, we have been Fit2 Talk with me, Steffan.
And me, Bobby. And if you didn't like it, we've been Joe Wicks. Peace out.